Hi, I'm 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 and welcome back to the monthly Origin Roundup, where I go through all the hundreds of Origins posted in the Discord server throughout the past month and pick out 10 awesome ones for you. This is part 2. If you want to see the first 5 Origins, check out the previous video, otherwise we've got another 5 Origins that are really awesome in this video. The next Origin is the 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Origin. This one is created by 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 from the Origins Discord server. I'm 90% sure this is entirely unrelated to the one that I covered previously, middle of last year. Definitely. Okay, immediately we're off to a start. The 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 is a 3-impact origin. Creatures born from the void, a mysterious thing found between dimensions. They are formless and not bound to any state of matter. Yeah, if I go underground, I no longer have that darkness. That's so trippy. Okay. Underground man time now. Mist form. You change the state of your body by turning into mist, allowing you to fly and phase through blocks for a few seconds, including bedrock. Activate his ability with G. So, it's a few seconds. Phase through the walls, and there it is, stops. But you don't suffocate. That's interesting. Your Mist form ability allows you to go through blocks of all calibers, including bedrock, for a very brief amount of time. I literally went right through bedrock. Wait, what the? Oh! Well, I'm so confused. Tear a wormhole. You can tear a hole through the void, creating 2 portals. Any entity can go through them. Using this ability while sneaking will open the second portal underground. If you're underground, it will be opened on the surface. So press the Y button and then hold shift. And then it'll... Oh, you use the ability whilst you're holding down shift to open... I'm an idiot. Press shift and hit Y. The other portal should open up on the surface. No, it just opens up further underground. So we go through this again. We're back up to -10 and 39. Okay, so it just allows you to move around very quickly. That's interesting. Black hole. You can create a temporary black hole, pulling in any nearby entities. This is an active ability with X. That's pretty interesting. Are they just stuck there now for a little while? How long are they stuck there for? Till now. Okay, that's an interesting ability. It's got a very long cooldown. Like, look at that bar. It's barely started to fill up. But that looks so interesting. They wanted a group hug. Yeah, they did. I just did 100,000. We reset the cooldown. I figured it out a little bit. You're watching an inexperienced modder do things. So let's press X now. And now this should activate the ability proper. So I would say that's a... Depending on, like, if you're lower than it, it doesn't affect you anywhere near as much if you're above it. Let's, So like what? If we put that down here, will it pull all of the mobs that are above us up down to here? Not close enough. So about here's when the pull seems to kick. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 10 to 10 blocks. I don't know if I want to summon Death in here. It seems to have an effect on the warden. Yeah, it gets the warden. I don't know about the wither, nor am I willing to attempt that because that's just going to be a pain. Summon. Would you ever have any plans on making some... Okay, actually, I'll get to that in a moment. Hey, Wither Boy, how you doing over there? You seem to be a touch stuck. Invitation. If you're close enough to the void, you can teleport to it, inviting any nearby entities to come with you. There are portals in the void, letting other entities escape. So you can activate this with a C. So I would say this is close enough to the void. Press C. Oh, here we go. And we're back into this area again. Woo. C does not take you back. Void travel. You can travel through the void, allowing you to fly whilst in the void. Toggle with the middle mouse plus sprint and travel to other dimensions. The overworld, never, and end are stacked on top of each other, with voids in between so you can travel through. Flying up in a void takes you to the dimension above, whilst falling down takes you to the dimension below. You can only access dimensions in this way if you've already visited them normally. There are also portals in the void spawning naturally that take you to the dimension above. Okay, so you can just fly up. Up we go. And now we go up. Oh, okay, I get this. This is actually really... Okay, so I'm starting to gather how this origin functions. So I wish it was in slightly a different order of how it describes the powers to you. So you have a void dimension between every single dimension. If we just take ourselves to multiple dimensions here, just so we can get to them, because I didn't go to the Nether last stream apparently. Now that we've been to all the dimensions, we should be able to just drop through the void. And then we'll end up in this void dimension here, which is full of bedrock. That's cool. Then if we drop down this one, we go to the overworld? Yeah, we're now back in the overworld. So use this ability and we just dive through the world. And then we'll dive through the world into the next void dimension with our flight on. Let's fall through this dimension. And then I believe the next one will be the Nether, right? Yes, we're in the Nether. Yeah, we're in the Nether now. And then with this, we continue going downwards. We go downwards again. And then we're back into this voidy area. If we fall through this one, we then end up in the end dimension. Though, because we're in a place in the end dimension, we just fell right through. That's actually really cool. A void body. You're a creature from the void, looking and sounding different than humans, as well as being immune to suffocation, falling, and the void. That's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, so you have an easy way to travel through the dimensions if you're smart and once you access them all. But the biggest thing is you can't, like the void, the in-between void sections are completely useless to you unless you've traveled to all of the dimensions. But once you've done that, it can make your life so much easier, because then you can travel to the end dimension pretty easily. And if you're in the end dimension and you want to go back home, you can just jump through the void and you'll be good. You'll be able to get back to the overworld pretty easily, which is really, really cool. I like. Oh, and yeah, your character is a bit darker. You can see through him. He's pretty neat like that. A void spawn. You spawn in your place of birth, the first layer of the void between the overworld and the Nether. Okay, so your spawning point is usually in the first void section. Oh, I can't show this case stat here because you can't use kill commands on yourself with this origin. You just can't self-die. Can I die from a skeleton? Very much so. So now we should be in the first void section. Yeah, here we are. We're now in the first void section. And then if we just sprint and then press the middle mouse button, we can then fly in the void, which we can then use this to get out of this dimension and back to the overworld, which if we wait a moment, we should get the loading world section. Joining world. We then fly back up into this void here by reactivating the abilities. And then we press G, our main ability, to get through the bedrock. And then now we're in the overworld. That is really cool. I like this. But it's like, that's really cool. This will make starting out in Minecraft a lot more difficult. Because when you come up from your void spawn, you'll be at the bottom surface of the world, which, as we can see here, there's a lot of mobs in here that can kill you, and you don't exactly have many resources to start off with, and you have to make your way back up to the surface to even get wood, in most cases, unless you find an abandoned mineshaft. Sensitive eyes, being a creature of the void, you're extremely sensitive to light, blinding you in the sunlight, but being able to seek in the dark. Yeah, so if we go up to the surface world, whatever, this is good enough. So if we go back to creative mode here, when we're in the surface world, we will usually have night vision. We don't seem to have that now, but that's okay. If we set the time to day, yeah, we're blinded. That is such a cool effect though. Price of power. Using your abilities or taking damage drains parts of your body, making you extremely hungry. Your hunger is equal to your max health, meaning if you have 5 hunger points missing, it decreases your max health by 5. X. Yeah, that burned through a bunch of our hunger. Our health has dropped a little bit because of that, and it keeps dropping as we lose more hunger. Annex Origin is the automation origin. This is created by the Discord user known as 𝓵𝓼. This is a 3 impact origin. These machines were built by a race lost long to time. Some were kept safe until quite recently. Now they wander this earth without fear of death. Steam machine. You're both a fire and water bar. Make sure to watch these carefully. By standing in water, we get more water. We seem to get... So what if we get fire? What was that sound? Okay. So that increases our fire meter, but at the same time, it's increasing a heat meter, I'm assuming, because it goes down immediately the moment I touch water. That's interesting. Deathless. You do not die, but you will still power down when you're too low on steam. Wait, huh? So... Oh, okay. So instead of dying, you will just lose some of your heat and some water. But if you get down to this state here, you have no ability of moving. When you run out of power, when you run out on any bar, you'll enter power saving mode. Yep, that's what we're currently in, I'm assuming. How do I power myself back on though, when I'm stuck like this? It seems like dying just soft locks you. This is such an interesting resource management origin so far. Dense, you're much denser, making you sink in water and unable to use an elytra. I mean, I don't think I want to use an elytra. Oh yeah, bonk. Yeah, you just drop. That's hilarious. You just drop in the water. I love denseness. It's hilarious. Unnatural. As a machine, you don't need to eat. You can't regen naturally either. Yeah, clearly. We've got full amount of hunger here, and we still have only half a heart. And running around doesn't hurt our hunger. Our hunger has not decreased despite taking damage and all this and all that. It is literally just a never-ending 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼. Elemental attacks. You can switch between fire, water, and steam attacks with your Y ability. So we're doing that. Fire, steam, water, and... Okay, yep. So, next... Strong elemental attacks. Be warned, this uses a lot of steam. Oh, so I'm assuming that... Oh, okay, so this is your fire attacks. If we swap to steam... There's now steam motifs on our attacks. They don't seem to do much. Then we go water. Water has a huge knockback and slow flying effect. That's a very interesting ability. Strong elemental attacks. Be warned, they use a lot of steam. So with these ones, once we get some more heat in ourselves, we press G in water. I'm assuming you put down a lot of water. I should get in some water now. I need to. You do more damage now with your hands. I think that was an increased damage. 3, 4, 4, 4. I don't know. That one doesn't. Steam doesn't have any form of special ability attached to it. Fair enough. Loud. Do not come within 20 yards of a library. Mechanical eyes. Your eyes are made to see in most environments. So if, let's say, time set midnight. Yeah, you have a subtle night vision on. When you're standing in fire or lava, you start to melt. What happens when you melt is the better question. Let's melt. Come on. It just kills you. Lava walk. You can walk over lava temporarily by creating a trail of obsidian as long as you don't have boots on. So guys. Where to go? Sleep is calling. Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough. See you, Neo. Have a good one. That's so interesting. It's like Frostwalker, but for lava. Let's fall. What happens? Oh. It just kills you. There's nothing around that. Next, we got the Runic Golem origin created by the user known as 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼 from the Origins Discord server. This is a 2-impact origin, being of stone, metal, or wood imbued with arcane runes awakening in it. Arcane Dash. Pulse arcane energy to fling yourself in the direction you're looking. This drains your energy. So pressing your secondary ability button, dash. So if you can use it to get some immense air. So let's jump up and whazzers. So you can get some nice small bursts. Or if you're smart enough with it, you can use it to get a lot of air time. That doesn't seem to change too much based on anything, but that's really interesting. Arcane batteries. You are powered by arcane batteries. You can generate energy passively. This rate of recharge depends on the power that you have stored. You can also consume lapis to recharge. I don't know how you consume lapis, ain't gonna lie. Use a lapis block instead. Am I blind and can't find lapis blocks? Oh. So it will consume. Okay, so it consumes lapis blocks, not lapis lazuli, and you need about 4 blocks or a handful of blocks on you in order to consume them. That is interesting. Runic thrusters. To prevent damage from falling, you have built-in thrusters to slow down your descent. Hold shift when falling to use them. This drains your energy. So we get higher here, then do this, and then we take a jump. And we effectively give ourselves slow falling to fall down with. That's intriguing. Runic Charge. You can only hold so much energy at once, and at low power you gain debuff. So let's just spam this ability again. When you're at low power, you have slowness 2 and blindness, which the blindness goes away when you get back over the first tier. Ender Advised. The runes you were constructed with clash with Ender energy. You are unable to use Ender Pearls, 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, or Elytras. Okay, well there's your answer for the Elytras. You can wear an Elytra, but you can't activate it. If you listen carefully, I don't know if you can hear it, I'm spamming my spacebar, and it's not activating the Elytra when I'm in midair, which is definitely pretty interesting to say the least. But that also accounts for things such as Ender Pearl, which is literally you can't do it. Rusty runes. Your runes are not waterproof. If in rain or water, your energy will drains quickly, leaving you defenseless. So if we just simply tick the weather to rain, give it a moment. Oh, holy... Wow. That bar just went. Like, that was the quickest drop of... Wowzers. Next, we have the 𝓵𝓷𝓴𝓼 origin, which is created by the user known as Silent from the Origin's Discord server. I'm sure you're familiar with this guy by now. I've made a lot of videos covering some of their origins over the past year and a bit. Anyway, this is a 2-impact origin. Headless, skeletal spirits that often ride on a horse of nightmares. Be wary, dollar hands may use illusions to create fake head and fake skin. Spiritual companion. This is an active ability. You command a nightmare, a type of horse that strikes fears into hearts of all who view it. This horse is personal to you and you can summon it with your primary ability. If your horse dies, you can recover it in a minute. Wow, you got just like boink. That was some cool sounds. Okay, so you have... Wow, is that 30 hearts? And you can press G to get off of it. So let's go into survival mode here. And let's pop on our horse. The horse. The horse of death incoming. Look out. Mounted advantage. While riding your mount, your reach and attack ranges increases significantly, and you mine as fast as others do on land. What, do you mine slower when you're on a horse? Is that what you mean by that? Because I've never noticed that, but... And now we can no longer reach that. Putting it back on the horse, we can reach it again. That's pretty interesting. And also zoom. Sworn Defender. The damage you take while riding transfers to your horse, and your horse shares healing 50-50. We got our horse back! Look at it go. Okay, so it's taking the damage, and now it's currently healing 50-50. Healing us back up, as well as healing itself back up. Which is pretty interesting. Undead, you're undead. Instant effects reverse. Smite hurts you more and you don't drown. Loyalty, you are loyal to your spiritual steed and refuse to ride any other creature. Let's choose a zombie horse. Yeah, you legitimately can't get on him. A trophy. When dismounted, you will be much slower, unable to sprint, and you'll barely be able to jump up a single block. Yeah, okay, so effectively, this origin is made for you to be on your horse, because the horse is you, which means that you have 60 hearts, 40 hearts and 80 health combined with both your horse and you. And because of how this origin works, any damage you take will be put onto the actual horse itself. So let's say we do this, and you see the horse is taking the damage instead of me, and we both heal a little bit over time, as well as potions of harming are pretty damn useful. So overall, this is a really cool origin. Just like an origin that, nope, you want to use your horse. The horse is your best friend. It's Big Boy Horse. He's got immense jump. I just jumped through the portal! I love this origin. This is a cool origin. We've got the Illusion origin created by the user known as 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼 from the Origin's Discord server. I featured an origin of his last month with the vampire one, which was pretty cool. Let's get into it. The Illusioner is a 2-impact origin. These mages lose mysterious illager magic to disorientate their foes at the cost of their own sanity. Sanity. Casting too many illusions begin to take a toll on your sanity. Failing to keep it high will result in insanity and death. Casting spells and remaining camouflage drains your sanity, but it slowly refills over time. I'm assuming the blue bar is your sanity bar, which if it gets too low, you die. If it gets high, then I think you're good. Mirror move. By bending the light around yourself, you can warp up to 15 blocks ahead. This is a Y ability, so let's press it. Which if I wait for... so yeah, this does not cost you any of your insanity, but you can use it to... That must be too high. What a way to take free fall damage. Camouflage. You can alter the light around you to become invisible at the cost of sanity. When camouflaged, you're completely invisible, weapons and armor are ineffective, your bow damage is increased, you move faster, and your sanity slowly deteriorates. How do you go invisible though? So... oh, this is a G ability. This is your primary ability that requires use of G. So you're completely invisible, no one can see you. Your insanity bar doesn't decrease massively quickly. It's definitely a noticeable speed. It's like you'll have a decent amount of time to spend in the invisibility dimension of fun, but you wouldn't want to be doing it for too long. If we get ourselves out some husk boys. Hey, it's another husk egg. Who would have known? Me getting another husk egg in this world? Whoa. Spawning it. So outside of this, 18 damage. I don't think it does. It doesn't seem like it does a notable increase of damage, but at the same time, as we just watched there, even without the ability active, damage is very inconsistent with an iron golem anyway. Casting blindness. Unleash a black cloud of smoke upon your target, blinding them for a short while. This costs sanity to perform. This is an active ability with use with Y as well. No, it's still a teleport. I'm confused by this one. It says it uses a certain button and then it does not. A different button does a function instead. Fighting style. Weapons and armor are 75% as effective, as illusioners prefer fighting with archery and magic. So if I get out, let's say, a diamond sword, which we know does 8 to 9 damage from an earlier thing. 8, 7, 4. So you only do 11 damage with crits with an axe, a netherite axe. Yeah, that's definitely pretty horrible. I think that's definitely a lot lower than what you'd usually be able to do. So if we get this on, I'm going to assume we put this on. Oh yeah, you don't get full armor with that anymore. That's actually really weirdly low. That's interesting. That's cool. But villager aligned. Villagers refuse to trade with you, but villagers are passive towards you. So I'm assuming if we, let's say, get a pillager and we look at him. Hey buddy, how you going? I'm evil. Okay, so he won't attack you. But I'm assuming... oh yeah, you just can't trade with them. I'm right clicking on this guy. Like, see? I'm right clicking. He walked away as I started doing that. So, what were your thoughts on all those origins? Did you see the stream from yesterday? If not, then, well, go watch it. It's there, ready for you to go. Hopefully the intro's loaded out by now. If you click this video on screen now, if it's post-stream, then yeah.